In this video, we'll talk about basic routes in SvelteKit app. We'll cover creating pages, static routes, dynamic routes with parameters, and how to organize nested routes. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to structure your application's navigation flow efficiently using SvelteKit's intuitive routing capabilities. So, let's talk about creating pages. In SvelteKit, creating pages is beautifully simple thanks to its file system-based routing. Unlike some frameworks where you need to manually configure routes in a separate file, SvelteKit allows you to create routes simply by adding files to your project structure. The heart of a SvelteKit application is the routes directory. Any Svelte component file placed within this directory automatically becomes a page in your application. The file path relative to the routes directory determines the URL path for accessing that page. Let's understand it with an example. Create an About folder in routes directory. Then create +page.svelte file inside it. Now go to Homepage and create a heading. Then create an anchor tag and set ref to About page. Pass Tailwind class to make text blue and underline while hovering. Now give title to this link. Now copy this code and paste it inside the About page. Change the heading to About page. In anchor tag, set ref to homepage by putting / and also change the title. Now run the app. Here we can see the homepage. When we click on this link, we're redirected to About page. Here, we can see the URL of this changed according to the About page. It is the same About folder which we created inside routes directory. Both pages include navigation links to allow users to move between routes, using anchor tag with the ref attribute pointing to the desired route. What's beautiful about this approach is how intuitive it is. The file structure directly mirrors your URL structure, making it easy to understand and maintain your application's routing. Now, let's talk about static routes. Static routes in SvelteKit are predetermined, fixed paths that directly correspond to files in your routes directory. They represent fixed paths like About page which we created earlier, where the content doesn't change based on user input or external data. These are the simplest form of routes and are perfect for pages that don't need any dynamic data based on the URL. SvelteKit pre-renders them by default, making them lightning fast and SEO friendly. By organizing these routes into dedicated folders, you create a clear separation between static and dynamic content, simplifying maintenance and scalability. About page is the clear example of static pages. Now, let's talk about dynamic routes. While static routes work well for fixed content, many applications need routes that can handle variable parts in the URL. Imagine a blog with thousands of posts or an e-commerce site with product pages. Hard-coding routes for these is impossible. Instead, you define a pattern using square brackets, like post ID, to capture values from the URL. These parameters let you load data on demand, creating personalized experiences. For instance, posts/42 and posts/60 can reuse the same component, dynamically rendering content based on the ID. SvelteKit's compiler intelligently bundles these routes, ensuring only the necessary code is loaded. Let's understand it with an example. Create a user folder inside routes. Then create a folder named user ID, wrapped inside brackets. Brackets are used to tell Svelte that this is a dynamic route. Inside it, create Svelte page. Inside it, create script section. Inside it, import page from app/state. Then create const variable named user ID and pass it page.params.userid. The name of the parameter must be same as the dynamic route name, otherwise it won't work. Now, I'll copy these div blocks from homepage and paste here to center the content of this page. Now, I'll print the user ID using the heading tag. Now run the app. Now go to user page. It gives not found error because we did not create page.svelte file inside the user folder. Now, put / and pass any value in the URL. It will become the user ID of the dynamic route. As you can see that user ID which we passed in the URL is printed here. Here, user ID directory name tells SvelteKit to treat this segment as a variable. When a user visits this dynamic route, the parameter becomes user ID. The page state, which is a SvelteKit built-in, provides real-time access to route parameters, URL, and other page-level data. This reactivity ensures your UI stays in sync with the URL, even during client-side navigation. There's another clean way to fetch the parameters from the URL. For that, create +page.ts file inside the dynamic route. This file contains the scripts that run on the client side. Inside this file, import page load type from the types directory. Then import error from the SvelteJS/kit. Then create the user interface, and inside it, declare ID of number type and name of string type. Then, I'll create mockup data to work with. In real time, you'll fetch this data from the database. So, I'll create users array of type user interface. Inside it, I'll provide some dummy data. Then use export keyword and create const load method of page load type. This method will run before page renders. Then initialize it with a function. This function receives params object from the dynamic route, so pass it here. Inside this function, create const ID variable and initialize it parse int method and pass params.userid to it. We used user ID because our dynamic route name is user ID. This method will convert the user ID into an integer type. Then create const user variable and initialize it with users.find method. Inside it, use lambda expression to fetch the user from users array where ID matches with the user. Next, use if statement to check if user variable is empty. Inside it, throw error method. Set error status to 404 and pass error message as an object to it. Then use return method and return user variable inside it. With this page.ts file is complete. Now, go to page.svelte file. Clear the previous code. Here, import page data type from the types. Then use export keyword and create data variable of page data type. Then create user variable wrapped inside curly braces. It's called object destructuring. It will fetch value of user from the data variable. It is equivalent to user equal to data.user. In template, create a heading and give it some styling and title. Then create paragraph to print the user ID. Next, create another paragraph to print name of the user. Now run the app. Now, if we provide 1, it will return the user with the ID of 1. And if we provide different ID, it returns the corresponding user. However, if we provide wrong value or ID which does not exist, it returns 404 error. This method is more realistic and cleaner than the previous one because all the scripts are located in separate file and main file remain clean and tidy for UI only. Now, let's talk about route parameters. Route parameters are a crucial aspect of dynamic routes, allowing your application to capture and utilize variable parts of the URL. These parameters serve as a way to pass data through the URL, which can then be used to fetch specific content or control the behavior of your page. In SvelteKit, route parameters are defined in the folder structure using square brackets and can be accessed within your components. We have talked about these with code example in previous section. Now, let's understand it with a blog page example. So inside route folder, create blog folder, dynamic category folder, and dynamic slug folder. Inside slug folder, create +page.svelte file. Then create +page.ts file. Inside it, import page load type from type. If this line gives an error, simply run the app and type will be generated. Next, import error from SvelteJS/kit. Next, create an interface named post. Inside it, create string type properties named slug, title, category, and content. Next, create a posts array of post type. Inside it, create some dummy data because we are not fetching data from the database right now. Next, create export const load method of page load type. Make it async and pass params as parameters. Inside it, fetch category and slug from the params. Here, names of the variable must be same as these dynamic routes. Next, create post variable and initialize it posts.find method, and inside it, use lambda expression to find the post where slug and category of post from posts array matches with the category and slug which are passed as route parameters. Next, use if statement to check if post does not exist, and inside it, return 404 error and send error message as an object. And finally, return post. With this, page.ts file is complete. Now open page.svelte file. Inside it, create script section. Inside it, import page data type from types. Again, if you see the error, simply run the app to generate the types. Then create export variable named data of page data type. Next, fetch post from the data using object destructuring method. There's an type error, so I'll run this app to generate these types. Error's gone now. Next, in template section, create div block and pass these Tailwind classes. Inside it, create another div block and pass these classes. Inside it, create span tag and pass these classes, and display post category in it. Next, create heading tag and pass these classes, and display post title in it. Next, create div block and pass pros class to it. Inside it, create paragraph tag, and display post content in it. Now run the app. Let's see the route first. Enter blog route, and next are dynamic routes, so we'll copy these from our dummy data. We entered category first and slug later. Now open this route. Here, we are able to see the corresponding post. Let's see other post by providing different category and slug. And we're able to see this post too. And you can see how easy it is to handle dynamic routes and route parameters inside Svelte. Now, let's talk about nested routes. Nested routes in SvelteKit allow you to create hierarchical page structures that reflect the organization of your content. Just as we organize files into folders for better management, nested routes help us organize our application's pages in a logical way. Nested routes are created simply by creating subdirectories within your routes folder. Each level can have its own pages, layouts, and even shared components, allowing for powerful composition and reuse. And this makes Svelte even more powerful. With this section is complete.